Right, we're going live. We are live. Oh my goodness. Good morning, GM. Hello, everybody, and welcome. If you thought I was talking to myself, I wasn't actually, but that does happen occasionally. I was actually talking to people on Instagram because for the first time, we're actually live streaming this on Instagram, on Twitter, or X, whatever you're calling it, on Lonely, which is decentralized. So we're streaming this on a decentralized application as well. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We are in all the places. I don't even know where my Twitch account is, but we're streaming there. So this is happening. And if you're here on Instagram and you're wondering what the heck is the Superchain, just bear with us because I know I have a community of artists that are probably, some of them, a little bit hesitant about being on the blockchain because of all the bad press that NFTs got over the last couple of years. But I will tell you, what we have here and the opportunities that are here for creators is amazing. So buckle in and let's get moving. So, all right. So this show is actually going to be super tight. It's going to be 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to do it every single week. And it's really a place for us to just kind of simplify, dilute the information that's out there because there is a lot into simple, understandable steps that you can take to make sure you're a part of this conversation because folks, there is a ton of information, but I will tell you there is so much goodness that is happening. And it feels like we are kind of living through those early days of the .com boom, where many of us look back and we go, oh my gosh, I missed so many opportunities. This is it. This is like the third wave right now of opportunities, and creators and builders are at the forefront. So I just want to make sure that nobody misses out, that everybody has what they need, knows where the resources are, knows what's happening. And that's what this show is. So welcome to Superchain Opportunities, which is a good news show, weekly show every Tuesday. And we're going to break things down. So let's get into it. Well, first of all, let's make sure that we are streaming in all the places. Say hello, please, in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you are alive on this Tuesday morning. Do you have some coffee? Are you ready for some info? Are you ready to get moving? Let me know. I got some strong black coffee, so we're ready to do it. I also have my base hat on, so we're really ready to rock. So first of all, what I just wanted to do is kind of level set because some of the questions that I got from my non-Web3 folks were based on what is the connection between optimism and base and the Superchain and on-chain summer. And I feel like there's all these words and I don't know the interconnected nature of them. So as I've shared many times, I am not a techie, so I'm going to do my best to distill the information that I have and as kind of I understand it and make sure that you have it in kind of a succinct way. So the Superchain is essentially a unified network of blockchains that's built using the OP stack. That's the optimism stack. And the OP chains share security and communication and are built from the same technology stack. Now, you don't really need to know that, right? Unless you're a builder. It's kind of like knowing and understanding how dial-up worked, right? Back in the day. We didn't need to know. We just needed to know that we could make money or we could be creative or we could build fun experiences. That's really all we need to know. But just so we kind of have the fundamentals, that's what the Optimism Superchain is. Now, Base is part of the Superchain. And Base actually launched its main net in August. Artists, please bear with me with this. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it. It's going to be relevant, and you're going to need this information. So don't give up. So Base launched its main net in August of last year with Optimism's OP stack, and has quickly become one of the most popular layer 2s or L2s today. Now, what I personally love about the Superchain is that every day we are seeing layers and layers of friction being removed. And that to me is when we really start to have some fun with this. That's when we really start to onboard the masses, not just those that are curious about new technology, but those that can really actually finally see a compelling reason to actually use the new tech and can do it in a friction-free way. Now, we're not 100% friction-free yet. There is still a little bit of a learning curve, and there's definitely some things that you need to be sure of in terms of Wallet hygiene basically just means being safe and not giving anybody your seed phrase. But there's definitely still some things. But as we get further and further into this process, we're seeing that there's friction being removed. We're seeing more effective tools for builders and for creators. And honestly, the thing that brings me to the Superchain more than anything is the energy, the people, and the excitement and support that we're seeing around it. We're seeing a ton of funding going to creators. We're seeing a ton of intent in terms of making this a community movement, not something that's controlled by businesses and organizations. And we're just seeing good, just healthy, creative things happening on chain. So personally, that's what I am excited about. So what the heck is on-chain summer and where does it fit into this Superchain ecosystem? So what I would like to do is actually share something with you. If we can do that, let's see. We're going to share some screens today. Sorry if you're watching on Instagram, no share screen for you, but that's okay. We'll make sure you get the right info. So let's go to, let's see, on-chain highlights. Yes, this one. All right. So this was actually from On-Chain Summer in 2023. So On-Chain Summer is essentially a multi-week celebration of on-chain builders, creators, artists, builders of applications and dApps. And it's been going, this is actually version 2, right? This is 2.0. And at the heart of On-Chain Summer is really this spirit of collaboration. That the thing that I'm sharing is like really lighting me up. It's this idea that we are in this together. We don't need to worry about somebody doing something that we're doing similarly. We are collaborating. We're a community, and we are stronger together as a result of uniting our resources and sharing openly and building out loud, right? And so I think that's really what it's going to take for us to bring 1 billion people on chain. And so this is the second iteration of On-Chain Summer with, of course, that primary intent of bringing more users on chain. So last year, when we look at this graphic, there were some amazing things that happened. Now consider that On-Chain Summer happened like very soon after Base actually began. So we saw just in the last sprint of On-Chain Summer, we saw over 700,000 mints, almost 1 million mints from 268,000 wallets. That's a quarter of a million different wallets that actually minted something on chain during On-Chain Summer. And each day there was a new experience revealed, and there was 75 collections in all that spanned everything from art, music, gaming, advocacy, and much more. And the list of collaborators that were involved in On-Chain Summer was, I mean, it's like a celebrity list. It was Coca-Cola. It was Stand With Crypto. Again, we've seen a huge rise of that. It was Pixelman. We had Showtime. Who else did we have? Manifold, of course, Highlight, Optimism, Atari. Atari came in and did a big drop. Rainbow, OpenSea, Bonfire, you name it, everybody participated. Everybody who was building in Web3 participated in this moment. So, just looking at this graphic and seeing the potential, this is really kind of the amped up redo 2.0 version 2 of this amazing accomplishment. So what are we going to accomplish this year, and how do you be a part of this? Because I think one of the things that was tough last year was a lot of people really didn't know about On-Chain Summer until after the fact, right? And they felt that perhaps they missed opportunities. That is no shade on anything that Coinbase or Base did. I just don't think anybody understood the benefits that were around this, or understood the potential that it had to reach all these people. So here we are in 2.0, and there are a ton of opportunities. Now, I want to reiterate something that Jesse Pollock shared in his webinar a couple of weeks back. Jesse Pollock, for those who are watching on Instagram, is the founder of Base. He created Base. Base, again, is this blockchain layer 2 by Coinbase. And he shared that, what is a builder, right? I think when some of us hear that term builder, we automatically think, oh, it's a dev. Doesn't apply to me. I'm not eligible. Move along. I'm going to stay in my lane. But he is presenting this idea that a builder is anybody who's participating and contributing to this ecosystem. So if you're a musician, if you are an artist, if you are any form of creator, if you're a business owner that wants to bring your business on chain, I'm going to talk about that in a second, you are a part of this ecosystem. You are a builder. You are building the future of on-chain. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, that means that you potentially have a lot of opportunity in front of you right now. So what I would like to do is just kind of level set a little about why you would want to get on chain. Now, I've been doing the Good News Show for since November 2022. So we're coming into we are in our second year. We're coming up on our second year anniversary at the end of the summer. And, despite being in a situation where every week we are talking about being on chain, we actually weren't on chain at all, right? So we were doing shows on X, we were doing shows on YouTube, we're doing all of those things right now. But we weren't actually doing anything on the blockchain, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. And so one of the reasons as a founder, as a business owner, that I wasn't putting the show online or putting our newsletters online was I just felt like there was so much friction, number one, right? It was difficult to know where, how, which wallets, all of the things. And there just didn't feel like there was a centralized kind of way to do this or a compelling case study or use case to show why I should do that. Now, to put that into context, so over the last, I guess 18 months, right, of having a show, of producing content, of putting newsletters out, of doing weekly blog articles, there have been no returns, financial returns on the output of that, right? In fact, I pay for the pleasure of using the services of some of those products like medium.com. I pay monthly for that. YouTube, we don't pay for, but I'm sure there's other things that we're paying for streaming software that we're using right now, right? We're paying pretty significantly for streaming software. So all of those things are costing me money as a business owner to actually put my content out to the world. Okay. Let's draw a line right there. Okay. Compelling reason for me to bring things on chain other than the fact that I will then own my content and it will not be owned by YouTube, which it is. We all sign those terms without realizing it, typing in those terms, not signing. But we sign terms with all of these Web 2 platforms to say in a lot of cases that they own our content. And I've been screaming this from the rooftops especially to creators. We're all building businesses on the likes of Instagram and Facebook. Great. It's been amazing. It's been life-changing for a lot of people. But with that kind of reward also came a lot of risk in that we could log into our Instagram tomorrow and the plug could have been pulled. All our collectors, all our people have gone, and we have no way of getting them back, right? What the blockchain does is it allows us to build in a place where we can take our audience and we can take our community with us and we own the content, right? That's kind of a no-brainer of like why we need to do this, right? But then there's this piece that you're also being rewarded to do that. Okay, so I just want to show an example of what that has looked like just for me as a business owner in terms of putting content out. So how have we done it in terms of the Good News Show? The way that we've kind of slowly onboarded ourselves, shall we say, onto the Superchain is, of course, the first initial thing that we have done is to put the episodes on chain. And so just from uploading and free episodes, right, each week for 7 weeks, this is our rewards. Now, this is just a reward. This is just us putting an episode on every single week on Zora, same as we would do with YouTube, right? This is kind of our earnings. Now, it's not a huge amount of money, right? It's not a lot, but it's income that we were not making from uploading this to other places. Okay, so that's number one. So we get our episodes on chain. Currently, we are giving them for free. We could also be charging a small amount for those as well. right? So there's another pathway for revenue, another very compelling reason to be on chain. So if you're a business owner, I want you to just be thinking about this. And by business owner, I mean an artist, a musician, whatever. If you're doing things that are maybe costing you money to put content in front of your audience, this is the time right now to be thinking about, all right, draw a line. Let's look at where the opportunities are for me to be able to do this in a way where I'm actually going to get rewarded and own my content. Those are the two things: get rewarded, own my content. That should be a no-brainer. So that's number one. And then also, in addition to bringing our weekly shows online in terms of video, we just actually set up our Paragraph account. Now, what is Paragraph? It is essentially a newsletter service, a blog article publishing service that's on chain, that's decentralized. So medium.com, love them. They've been amazing, but we've been paying monthly for that service. Now with Paragraph, we do it all on chain. People can mint those individual weekly reports. They can own them. We own the content that we're putting out. It's all on the blockchain. And again, we will earn rewards from doing that. So I hope there's like kind of alarm bells going off in your head right now that say, this is a really compelling reason for me to move myself away from these centralized applications. And we're not even talking about Farcaster, right? We're not even talking about Warpcast. We can cover that in another show. This is just me trying to give you very pragmatic information about why there is a very compelling reason and why on-chain summer is a really good time to actually look at your business, look at your, whether it's your art business, whether you are a content creator, whatever it is, and say, where am I doing things over here? And how can I bring them onto the blockchain? Because this is where we're all going and it's exciting. All right, so in addition to the Paragraph piece, which I'm trying to share with you now, I'm going to actually share the back end of Paragraph so you can see kind of what that looks like. And again, if anyone has questions about any of this stuff, please reach out to me. As I've always done, I like to learn out loud, and I am learning as I go. Okay, so this is kind of the behind the scenes of our Good News Show Paragraph account. For anybody that's done medium.com, very similar. It's drag and drop. This is our news roundup that went out yesterday. Literally dragging and dropping your content in. Only when you hit publish with this, it is going on chain, right? It's then minted. No tech lift, no funny business in the back end of doing code. Simply connect your wallet when you set up the account and it is on chain. All right, super easy. Almost easier, I dare I say, than Medium. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. All right, if you are feeling like you want to do this and you're ready to do this and you're ready to get yourself on chain, let me know in the comments and let me know if there are specific questions that you have. All right, so in addition to minting the episodes, which we were publishing them anyway, in addition to minting on Paragraph, what we just actually started to do is something called a hypersub. Now, again, full transparency of how I've ran my businesses. I've had memberships for several years, membership groups, and for the pleasure of using software to have and host those membership communities, I have paid probably about $2,000 a month in fees, monthly fees for software services. I'm not going to name drop the software because I don't want to FUD anybody, because they're a great service and they've helped me stay alive as a business owner, especially after the pandemic. But I pay a lot of money each month to be able to have the pleasure of servicing my community. Now we have something called hypersub. Okay. Hypersub is essentially monthly membership on the blockchain. So we have this resource now that costs us $0, right? To be able to sign up people for our membership, right? Whether that's a $10 a month membership, $1 a month membership, there is no upfront cost to be able to do that now with it being on chain using hypersub. And Hypersub are amazing. We did a interview with Johnny Mack, one of the founders. We can definitely give you some onboarding tips on how to set up a Hypersub. But if you're somebody who has a community that is paying you a subscription service or paying you or a subscriber on X, I'm probably going to get deleted on X if I keep fudding. So I'm not going to do that because we still need X right now. Or do we? Do we? I don't know. But anyway, if you have subscribers anywhere, this might be a tech lift to transfer them over and get people on chain, but this is coming. So what you can see here as a business owner is that I'm removing costs, not just removing costs each month by coming on chain, but adding to earnings, adding to royalties, adding to rewards, all by coming on chain. So this is, once people actually realize this transition of going from paying service providers who then a lot of the times own your content to now owning your own content, bringing it on chain, and getting rewarded for putting it on chain, this is going to be a no-brainer. And so it's my hope that, you know, my mission is to really go out and tell other business owners, like, this is what we want to be doing. And again, when I say business owners, when I say builders, I mean everybody who's watching this, artists, creators, musicians, content creators, etc. There's a question here from Ron. Can your wallet be compromised? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so with great reward comes great risk, right? We now own the keys to the car. So it is our responsibility to make sure that we take the necessary steps to make sure that we have good financial hygiene, which is what they call it, which sounds ridiculous. Basically just means not doing anything stupid with your wallet. Now, I will say with the risk is the scammers are getting more sophisticated. So you definitely really have to have your wits about it. And we can do a whole session on security. But yes, of course, your wallet can be compromised. And there is very little to there's little you can do if that happens. So I think there's certain steps that you have to take to make sure you're not always using the same wallets, et cetera, et cetera. But for me, the win far outweighs the risk. So definitely a good question, Ron. Appreciate it. And also shout out to Jennifer, who's watching on LinkedIn. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi, folks. I really appreciate it. And artists who are watching on Instagram, please bear with us. I promise you this is going to be just solid information for you. Even if it's not right now, you're going to be watching this back in a couple of months and being like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. So, okay, so security, so compelling reasons why. Let me show you Hypersub actually while we're moving and grooving here on Tuesday morning. All right, so Hypersub, as I mentioned, this is the membership community tool. This is essentially some of the memberships that exist. These are folks that are already making income from their on-chain subscribers. And if we scroll down here, we should see something from the Good News. There we go. All right, so Good News Guild. This is our, I'm not shilling. I'm just showing you as an example of what this can look like for you, whether you're a content creator, whether you're an artist. Simple drag and drop. Once again, you're just dropping in your logo. You're telling people a little bit about what they get as a subscriber. You set your mint price and you create it, and boom, you now have membership software. You didn't have to pay a dime. You can build the plane before you fly the plane. You can amend this as you go. You can talk with your subscribers, which is what we've done. You can change up. You can kind of change direction, but it's all on chain. It's all on chain for you to be able to communicate with your subscribers. There are a ton of people doing really, really well with Hypersub. And in terms of like the question of like, okay, well, how does Hypersub make its money? They are taking a small percentage on all transactions in the background. That's it. So no upfront costs for the user, no upfront costs for subscribers. And the beauty of this, and again, this just really speaks to the spirit of being on chain. The beauty of this is you can do something that you've not been able to do before, and that is actually reward your subscribers. So where you're seeing me getting rewards for putting things on chain, right? you can now actually empower your creators and reward them for believing in you, okay, and supporting what you're doing. You can actually set a percentage in the back of Hypersub where you guarantee that as that membership grows, your subscribers will be rewarded anything from 5 to 20 to 30 to 50% in revenue shares. So this opens up so much food for thought. Like if you're an artist, maybe you want to start a collectors club using Hypersub, and you could reward collectors 20% of all memberships. And it not only is that an incentive for them to want to grow your subscriber list, but it's just great visibility and it's a great marketing tool as well. So really exciting things happening. And I am just kind of skating through this because I want to give you top level. But at some point, we can really drill down into these tools if anybody has particular questions, and we can kind of workshop this as well. So there's 3 things, right, that we have done as a business, as the Good News Show. We've gone on chain with Paragraph to put our articles out weekly. We're putting our episodes out on Zora every single week. And now we have these Hypersub tools as well. I haven't done it yet, but if I was to remove the software that's doing those things for me in Web 2, it would be almost $400 worth of software that I'm using. So that tells you a lot. So this is the future. We're going to see some panicking from some of these Web 2 companies, but that's all right. So I hope that gives you kind of a compelling reason to think about why you might get on chain. And that's going beyond even just deploying and releasing collections, right? If you're an artist and you want to release art on chain, guess what? You're going to also get rewarded for doing that, right? You're going to be eligible for creator royalties. You're going to be eligible for potential grants, potential rewards. So, you could be also thinking about that as a business owner. Maybe you want to release an NFT or a token to reward and compensate your loyal fans. So there's a lot that can be done that is going to be helping you to earn. Now, back to on-chain summer, because hopefully that just kind of gives you a level set on the why of getting on-chain. What I also want to show you now is the resources that are actually available to you. So let's go to base.org/on-chain summer. So if you're watching right now and you are in front of a computer, go to that address. I am going to pull it up on the screen. Let's see here. Okay. Is this the one? Yep, this is the one. And I just want to break this down for you so you have an understanding of where you kind of fit in this. All right, so on-chain summer, build and get rewarded. That's what it says on the can. That's what's going to happen. That's what happened last year. So look here, there's 600 ETH. That's $2 million US dollars in rewards that are available during on-chain summer. Now, this is where we're at right now. We're in the middle of this. This is Buildathon. This is happening right now. And if you want to apply, you've got 6 days to apply. Okay, so you can register here. Again, that is, I forgot the website address, base.org/on-chain summer. Okay, who is eligible for this? Okay, so there's 200 ETH available in prizes across multiple tracks. And Base are inviting builders around the world to join the on-chain summer buildathon with 200 ETH in prizes. And they have these partnerships. Look, when I said people are afraid, these Web 2 companies are afraid, get on board, or I'm not going to say the D word, but these are big Web 2 players that are involved in on-chain summer. Stripe, Shopify, these are Web 3, Fleek. I don't know who these other ones are, but yes, Stripe and Shopify, huge Web 2 companies participating in on-chain summer. So what do you have to do? Just bring your creativity on chain. It doesn't say developer. It doesn't say techie people only. It says bring your creativity on chain. Choose from 8 tracks: gaming, payments, trading, creators, community, engagement, and more. If you're watching this, there is absolutely no way that you don't fall into one of these categories. So be thinking, what can I be building, or what do I want to build? What do I want to build? And what can I bring on chain? Or what have I already built and I'm in the process of making better? what can I bring to this ecosystem and be eligible for some of this support and some of these potential grants as well. Some of this could be life-changing money for your business. It could be just something that like sets you up for success. All right, so how it works, you got 6 days, 8 tracks, prize pool of 20 ETH per category, and then they're going to split 2 to 10 teams. Now, granted, there's going to be a lot of people that enter this. So, but you've got to be in it to win it, right? You got to be in it to be eligible. Don't sit and question why. Just do the thing and apply, and then do what we do, build as you go. But don't miss this opportunity, folks. If you are building something or you're looking to launch a collection, don't miss this opportunity. You have 6 days to do this. Now, in addition to this grant, Base are also going to be sponsoring transactions. They're going to be covering gas fees. So let's look at that. Sponsor transactions and offer gasless experiences available through the Coinbase developer platform and other builders. This, as a non-techie to me, as soon as I see something that looks like this, I'm like, I'm out. There's no pictures. I'm out. This is for you devs out there, you lovely builders who build with techie stuff. So we're gonna glaze over that one, but DYOR on that, folks. And then builder grants. This is another way. This is another additional thing to entering into the Buildathon. This is another separate thing. So this is based builder grants. Now they are rewarding between, I think it's 2 to 5 ETH to folks who are building cool things. So again, we're constantly looking to make the Base ecosystem a great place for builders. And we're doing this through grants. They have already rewarded a bunch of grants. We can actually go back and look at some of the builders that were rewarded and give them a shout out. But here's what they are looking for. Some things we are considering when giving out builders grants. Is the builder creating something unique and fun? I think all of us can do that. Is the builder bringing more people on chain? That is key. So if you're a creator, can you onboard your community? Can you onboard your collectors? Can you onboard your super fans into Web3 in a way that is seamless and easy and get them on chain? Then definitely be applying for this. And is the builder's contribution, live and making an impact? And I think we can all make that happen. So again, simple review process. How large are the grants? Between 2 to 5, or 1 to 5 ETH. 1 ETH is about $3,700, I think, as of today. So these are pretty significant grants, folks. And there's going to be quite a few of them. So again, another way to be eligible for support. That's what this is all about right now. It's giving you, enabling you to build the things that you are passionate about, build the things that you really want to do on chain during the summer. And here's some financial support and some rewards to help you do that in a way that's seamless and in a way that you're not kind of panicking about the immediate return on those things. So I think this is incredible. Now, in addition to builders grants, buckle in, folks, there's more. We also have rounds grants. Now, let me show you how this works, if it will load. I think we might have too many tabs open here. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm hoping you can still see and hear me. All right, we're going to assume that I am still live, even though I cannot see you. But, oh, goodness. All right. I am going to close the Instagram live stream so I can see what's happening on the other one. Oh, wait. We're still live. Are we live? Are we live? Are we still here? Okay, we're still here. All right, good. Okay, we'll keep it going. All right, so in addition to those grants, those builder grants, those funds, the Buildathon, all of those things, there is also something called rounds. Now, if you are not on Farcaster, I highly recommend that you get on Farcaster. Best place to be able to apply for various rounds. And so we're going to go, I'm just trying to delete some tabs so we give ourselves the best chance. Let's see. Okay. This is a sign that Rachel needs to clean her MacBook up and free up some storage. I can talk to you about the blockchain, but I can't clean my computer. But I'm a human. I'm a flawed human, folks. Here we go. All right, rounds, grants. Let's see, present right here. Okay, here we go. I'm actually going to go to Warpcast. All right, so first of all, there is something called base builds. Now, every single week, there is 2 ETH. Again, 2 ETH is what, about 7 grand right now in USD? So every week, you could be eligible for a share of this builds rounds. Okay, so I'm going to click my rewards right now. I have 0.01 ETH. Now I could click claim here, but I imagine it's going to tell me that I can't claim this just yet. Oh, okay. I claimed 0.1 ETH. What is that? It's $37. Free money, free internet, magical internet money. Look at that. Now, why did I get that? Simply because I casted, or the equivalent of tweeting, about what I was building on chain. And I brought it to, hang on, did I do the right one there? Yes, I brought it to this base account on Warpcast. And I just said, here's what I'm building this week. And I got a like from Jesse Pollock. And then I obviously was into that week's prize pool and got a small portion of that 2 ETH. Again, not a big output of energy to be able to do that. Now, you can also go to Optimism. Let me stop sharing here. And we will go. I'm going to try this one again. I really hope this is helpful information, folks. I had the fortune of having a good friend like Breadcat, aka Brock McBlockchain, who walked me through all of this. So I am just passing on the goodness here. All right, so here is Optimism on-chain summer, a separate way to get rewarded for what you're building. So this is in addition to the buildathon, to the builder grants, to the rounds, to the gas, more opportunities for you to get the support to be able to build the things that you want to build this summer. So again, with this on-chain summer, all you need to do is come along and share what you're building and make sure you tag #Superchain. And I can go up here, I can click my rewards. And currently I have 377 OP. Now that may go down. It will go down, in fact, based on how this pool is continued to be split up. Now, oh God, we just lost the Instagram feed. All right. Poor audience on Instagram is not only saying, what the heck is this crazy lady talking about? We don't even know what the blockchain is because it's all artists on my Instagram. And now I just cut them off. It's all right. We build. We're trying to be in all the places. All right. So 377 OP available to claim in 4 days. Yet another opportunity to get that vital support that you need when you are building. So folks, that is kind of all of the resources that are available to you. And if there's any questions that you have, we've gone way over our 30 minutes here. But if there's any questions that you have, definitely drop them below this video and I will bring them to next Tuesday's show. Because this is basically going to be a place where you can get resources, you can learn, you can find out opportunities that are coming up. And we will try and keep you up to date with everything that's happening on the Superchain. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you're starting to get some clarity and some really just compelling reasons as to why you want to be on chain. And perhaps you're thinking about people who are in your life who have businesses or have anything where they have community. It's time to start talking to them as well about getting on chain as well. So you have the resources. You can share this video with them. Let's get to work. Let's build. Let's get the support that we deserve. And we'll be back again next week with this show. I can say tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be back with Superchain Spotlight. That is myself and Brock. we will be covering kind of more of the top level news from the Superchain. So everything that's been happening over this past week, we'll be spotlighting some builders. And then Thursday, going to be back again with another show that will be Superchain fun. So we're going to be showing you some of the things that people have built on chain that we're excited about, everything from games to odd drops to a whole host of other fun things as well. But that's it from me for today. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Have a great Tuesday.